friends, we are looking at the Insoon Creamery, also known as a dairy bakery. That's how it's listed on Amazon. And if you're going by the name that's on the sign, it's Berries Dairy, as in the Berries Dairy. All right, so a lot of names to it. And I hope you like aqua and pink. We're using some uh, colors that you're going to find familiar from Lego's Friends theme here. So this is set number SC8824 with 1,689 pieces. A lot to this. In this video, we're going to look at the box. We'll look at what to expect if you were to buy this. We'll look at the parts, see if they're Lego compatible. We'll look at the lighting kit. There's 2 independent lighting kits, and we'll look in the instructions and the decorations. All right, so starting with the box, you're seeing a 3-story minifigure scale compatible building, and it for the most part is on a square base. It does have a rounded edge here, but you can modify it to your liking based on your city layout to make it fit in with the rest of your modulars, of course. It does have some animals, right? So on this box, we're seeing at least 2 dogs, and they have printed eyes, a cat, and there are some animals up in the attic. There is a bike, a little cart. Actually, are those included, or are they, or is that artwork unknown? We'll have to find out. They almost look like they're brick built, and now that I look at them, I'm like, maybe these are illustrations. All right, and it has a lighting kit, so we'll show you that. But here's how it comes apart. So the entire first floor separates from the second and the third. Here's a look at the back of it. So it's got an open back. It gives you attic access as well as access to each of the floors. So in that first floor, it is essentially like a bakery shop, and things that are made out of milk are what they sell there. So I think it's pies, cakes, maybe other pastries in the case here, and they have just a counter and things where they're selling from behind this case, and then there's a case along the wall there too. And then looking at that second floor, it's a living area, and nice like bed here, bookshelf, sitting area, an unusual chair. Doesn't look that comfortable. The arms are really high on that. Here's a better look at the bed, and it's got that bear silhouette there. And then up into the attic, oddly, the attic has rats. So that's a rat. I think that one is a cat. So it's a little strange to add rats to a build that is for food. So maybe that's just maybe only in America we care about rats being in the same building, or maybe the rest of the world is just like, hey, it's a fact of life. There are rats everywhere. So I don't know. Okay, and then looking at the parts, they are in numbered bags, and it's 1 through 8. For example, here's bag 8, and we do get some gold parts in there. There is one bag that is completely gold painted parts, this one here. And I've had some other Insoon sets that had gold, and the gold is typically really pretty well done. And so the gold here is pretty good too, pretty stunning. And everything is Lego compatible, and you'll see most of the parts will look familiar in terms of colors and shapes, but there'll be the odd thing that maybe looks unusual, like this 1x2 plate with the stud on the side. That is unusual. There are a couple pieces that are printed, so this is an example of something that's printed. I saw also that, I don't know if I can find it now, but if you look at here, these semi-spherical or quarter spherical pieces, these are printed. This design that you see on there is printed. I can't quite find it. I found it earlier and I don't see it now in here, but the pieces do have familiar colors, familiar shapes, and these are unusual. These 1x2 bricks, they're rounded. That's something you see a lot with Insoon's things. You'll see kind of, they take a little bit of liberties here and there to make it their own. But yeah, it's fairly familiar. And then as far as the larger plates and pieces, they are in these bags separately. You get one of these as well, a couple of tubes. And then looking at this light kit and the stickers, right? So looking at the light kit, we get 2 bags that have separate battery boxes. So these are those 2x4 style battery boxes where you pull the isolator. It already comes with batteries, and then it lights up the lighting elements, the lighting bricks. So let's open up one of them, and I'll show you how that works. So here's the 2x4, and it has these strings, and they're usually custom made so that the string lengths are very specific lengths because they want it to go to a specific part of the model. And then there's an isolator right here. You pull that out and turn it on. And then here you go. So the 1x4 has multiple LEDs in each. Looks like it's 2 per each. And these are meant to adhere to the anti-side stud side. So it's probably in the ceiling of each of the levels you get one of these. And then hopefully they've made it so that you can access the battery box pretty easily, at least for the switch. Sometimes in order to change out the batteries, you might have to disassemble things. But it looks like both of these are very similar. Both of the light kits are similar. The other one has 2 1x4s instead of 3. I think that's the difference, plus the color of the brick. And usually they color the brick so that you can camouflage them inside of the build. All right, and I hope you like stickers, because this is the most stickers I think I've ever seen in an Insoon set. A lot of them, a lot of decorations, including that sign that says Berries Dairy. And I don't know if they had AI generate that logo or what, but it is so hard to read. But anyway, I think it says Berries Dairy. That is my best guess on that. A lot of other detailed stickers on here, because there's a lot of decorations within the set. As far as the instructions go, nice thick book, matte finish on the front and the back. Digging into it, you'll see immediately they just kind of jump right in, and old steps are in a light blue, the new pieces are in color. Because there is not a lot of really dark colors in this, it should be easy to read. If you had a lot of dark brown, dark gray, and black, then those become harder to follow over time. But these are really nicely paced out. The color is bright enough that you can see what you're doing. Here's an example of how you integrate one of those light bricks in. So you're putting it in there. It looks like it's probably with similar colors. And it shows you how to route the wires, where to put them as you're going, and how to install them on the underside of that floor. So it looks like there's 2 of them. That's showing you how those go. It even tells you which lengths that you should be grabbing, right? It's telling you that, hey, one of these is shorter than the other 2, and that's the short one that you want to put here, right? So, so don't be intimidated by the idea that it has lighting. It's not going to be hard if you've never done a set with lighting. As far as the attic goes, I did notice this ladder. So there's a ladder that comes down from that attic floor that lets your minifigure get access to that top floor. So it looks like the battery boxes, one is hidden on that second floor, and then the other one is hidden right here on the first floor. So it's easy to access. That one's very easy to access if you ever needed to swap out the batteries. But it looks like you would have to disassemble a little bit of that second floor if you wanted to change the batteries on the other box. All right, so there you go. There's all those pieces. Lots and lots of aqua. This is the most aqua I've ever seen in a piece before, or in a set before. And some of the transparent pieces look like they come with their decorations printed on them. So that's always good. Putting a sticker on the transparent pieces can be a pain and can cause problems. So I'm glad that they did it that way. All right, cool. So that's your look at this set. If you like the video, please hit like. This is a little preview of it. Once I build it, then I'll review it in a separate video. And if you could subscribe, that would help me a lot. Helps me keep making these videos. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.